This session we will be learning about multiplication of any two random numbers. In the earlier modules, you would have seen how two numbers, if they are close to 100 or maybe 1000 or close to 200 or 2000, how we can get the answer for such cases faster. In this one, we will take any two random numbers. The first scenario will deal with a 2-digit number into a 2-digit number. Then we will see for a 3-digit number into a 3-digit number. Once you learn about for these two, then you can get the answer for any bigger number also. 4-digit number into 4-digit number, 7-digit number into 7-digit number, like that. But before that, let's go ahead and do these two things. Point number 1, 2-digit number into a 2-digit number. Let's say the number is this, 34 into 62. The conventional method says that, okay, if you have one row, another row, then you add them up. That's not the method which we will be talking about. What we will be dealing with is this. This being the first example, what we will be doing, I'll be giving you the steps also. The first, second, and so on. The first step is this. Now here, there are 3 steps to be performed. Very simple steps. Nothing confusing about for that. The first step, what we do in case of the usual multiplication, we multiply these two. Same thing here, 4 2s are 8. That's what we have as the first step, 4 into 2. Second step, and that is what is the core soul of this entire multiplication as an idea, this symbol, cross multiplication symbol. So we multiply the numbers which have been kept in the diagonal form. Yes, this is the core idea here. The first step was 4 into 2. Now the second step, the middle step is this. Multiply 3 with 2, multiply 4 with 6, add them. So 3 2s are. So at any point of time, again it might look very bulky, you have 3, 2, 4, 6, everything is happening there. But then at any point of time, you are dealing with only 2 digits. 3 into 2, dealing with only 2 digits, 6. Next part, 6 4s are 24. 6, the previous number, and 24, yet again two numbers we have, 6 and 24, add them. You get 30, 0 here is kept. 3 is the carry forward, and that is what we have as the second step, cross multiplication. So we say that this is 3 into 2 plus 4 into 6 plus any carry forward from the first step. In this case, we don't have any carry forward, that's all right. Coming back to this one, 6 plus 24, 30, 0, 3 is the carry forward. And then the last step. As what we did that, for the first step was this column. In the last step, multiply these two plus that carry forward from the previous step. 6 3s are 18. Plus 3, 21. So this is the answer which we get, and that is what we have as the third step, 6 into 3, and as a general form, carry forward from the second step. So that's the general algorithm when it comes to multiplication of a 2-digit number with a 2-digit number. This is what we have to follow. Pretty simple and straightforward. We'll take one more example, and then we'll straight away move on to 3-digit number into 3-digit number. Let's take another example on this line. Now here for this example, I'll not write down these steps here, and then try and do that on the basis of implementing whatever we have just now discussed. Here goes the example. Let's say my number is this, 73, into what we have is this, 42. We need to multiply these two. Same thing here, the first step, 3 2s are 6, no carry forward now, cross multiply. 7 2s are, once again we're dealing with the two numbers here, 7 2s are 14, 14 plus 12. See, one thing you need to really practice here, try and avoid writing down the numbers, do the addition or the calculations as far as possible in the head. 7 2s are 14 plus 12, 26, 6 here. Carry forward is 2. Added to this number 28 plus 2, 30. This is the answer we obtain. Now with this set of two examples we have taken up, let's move on to understand the general structure when we have a 3-digit number into 3-digit number, or maybe even higher numbers, that also we will be seeing. So let's move on to the second part, 3-digit number into 3-digit number. Let's take an example there. 342 multiplied by 513. This is what we need to multiply. That too in one single go. What would be the answer here? Now in this case, please remember, when we are multiplying a 3-digit number into 3-digit number, how many steps are there? Clearly it won't be 3 steps, it has to be more than that. As a general method to find out the number of steps, see how many digits are there. 3 digits there. Here we have 3 digits. 3 digits plus 3 digits minus 1, 5 digits. 5 steps have to be performed. Now those 5 steps, this being the first example of that category, I'll give you those 5 steps, and this is what we have as far as the 5 steps are concerned. Step number 1, 2, 3. Well, when you are solving it, you don't have to write down those 5 steps. This is only, for a matter of fact, the first example. Let's take up the first step. Now the core point here, when we take up the first step, this is what you have to multiply. 2 into 3, 6. That's what we have as the first step, 2 into 3. Second step, this is the first column. The second column, a column of 4 and 1. A third column, which is 3 and 5. First step, multiply these two, we get 6. In the second step, increase the number of columns. Increase the size of the packet. First, the packet contained only 2 and 3. Now, the envelope, the packet, will contain both the columns. Now you have to multiply. An entire focus and the attention should be on 1, 2, 3, 4 digits just. And this is what we have to do, cross multiplication. Every time when you have to multiply the numbers or the digits, cross multiplication is what we have to do. Multiply 4 and 3, 2 and 1, 4 3s, 12, plus 2, 14. 4 has to be kept here with a carry forward as 1, and that is what we have as the second step. 4 into 3, right? Second step, in the same step, we have 2 into 1, plus any carry forward from that first step. Let's move on to the third step. The fundamental principle is to increase, accommodate more number of columns. Now we have, in the second step, we have taken up 2 columns. For the third step, increase that size. Accommodate a total of 3 columns. Now, everything 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, 3, they play a role in terms of getting multiplied. But how do we multiply that? Do we multiply in any haphazard order, in any random order? And here comes the clue. When you have 2 digits, fine, cross multiplication. In this scenario, what we have to do is this. Start with the corner digits. Corners. My first row, 3 and 2 are the corner numbers. Second row, 5 and 3 are the corner numbers. Start with them. Multiply them. Get rid of them. The leftover numbers, that you multiply. Cross multiply these corner numbers. Cross multiply. 3 into 3, 9. Friends, we had that 1 as a carry forward from the previous step. Add it now itself, or maybe towards the end. So 3 into 3, 9, plus 1, 10. So this part got rid of, over. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 10, 20. Let's not forget the fact that we have this number 4 and 1. They also have to be multiplied. 20 and 4. 24 here. So we get this number, which is 4, 2 being the carry forward. So we'll write down the step for your convenience. This is 3 into 3 plus 2 into 5. 2 into 5 plus the leftover part, very important. So this is 4 into 1 plus any carry forward from the second step. That carry forward was 1. Now in this number what we obtained, so that was what we had done, 3, 3, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 10, 20, 24, 4, 2 is the carry forward. Now then we have 2 more steps. The point is I don't have any fourth column. So when we don't have this fourth column here, how do we then perform this calculation thereafter? Then we cannot increase. So we have reached a peak. It's like we're climbing the mountain and so on. And finally we have reached the maximum. After that it is the time to descend slowly and steadily. So here, while we have increased and so on, now then keep discarding. We were accepting earlier on, now keep discarding. So as a next step, as a fourth step, discard the last column. And that is what is the idea behind any number into any number, whether it's a 4-digit number, 5-digit number and so on. This is the principle which we will be adopting. So here, that bit has been discarded. This is gone, 2, 3 over. That was taken care of earlier on. Now then, we have to multiply 3, 4, 5, 1 in a specific order, and you know that order. That order is that cross multiplication here. So we say that 3, 4, 5, 1, cross multiplication. 3 into 1, 3, plus that carry forward, don't forget that, that is 2. We have taken up 24 there. So 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 20, 25. We keep this number, 5 here, 2 is the carry forward. And finally, the last step, because right now we are slowly coming down. So in this process, now even this step will be rejected. 2 is what we have as a carry forward, the fourth step, and this is what we can put it there. The fourth step, let's put it there, and then with that we have one more step after that, and this is what we have done for that fourth step. 3 into 1 plus 5 into 4 plus carry forward from the third step, right? So this is what we get as a value 5 with the last step with the carry forward being 2. Multiply 3 into 5, 15 plus 2, 17, and this is the answer we get. So here we have the fourth step, which is 3 into 5 plus carry forward. So while this is there, this being the fact that we had taken up as a starting example and all these steps have been written down, but friends, please ensure that this is there only as a starting example. For the successive questions when you solve, you should not be adopting the first step, this into this, second step, this into this, and so on. That will be very time consuming. This is only there as a part of your notes. So then, with this what we can do, let's take up another example of 3-digit number into 3-digit number, and we will not be writing these steps. Let's take that example. Let's see what's the answer we obtained. In a very systematic way, we'll see that. Now, it could be any of the numbers which you can actually take. So let's see that. Number here, 471. Let's say the other number is 523. We need to multiply these two and check for the value. Now the first step, you know, 1 into 3. Put it here. Second step, cross multiplication. These two columns, the numbers kept in the two columns, they have to be multiplied. 7 into 3, 1 into 2, 7 into 3, 21, plus 2, 23, 3 here, carry forward is 2. After this, we move on to the third step. And in the third step, we increase the stake here. We take up the complete number with the carry forward being 2. Start with the corner numbers. Remove those corner numbers. 5 threes are 15. 5 threes are not, this is 4 threes are. 4 threes are 12. plus 5, 17. 17 plus this number, which is 14, which is 31. 31 plus that carry forward from the previous number, which is 2. We get this number as 3. And we get a new carry forward now, which is equal to 3. That has to be added to the number which we obtain in that fourth step. And the fourth step will be performed by taking up these numbers. And this is what we have. 4 2s are 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus this number, 35, 46. So we get this number as 6. Carry forward is 4. The last step. 4 5s are 20 plus 4, 24. So once the basic approach is clear in terms of how we multiply, let's say 3-digit number into 3-digit number, the flow, the process, the first step, the second step, the third step, and so on, then we can get the answer in the similar manner for any higher numbers as well. A 4-digit number into 4-digit number, and so on. But let's say I need to multiply a 3-digit number into 2-digit number, a mixture. In that situation, put 0 here, so that it will become like a 3-digit number into 3-digit number, and accordingly the answer can be obtained. With this, we can see a situation how we get the answer when we multiply a 4-digit number into 4-digit number. Let's understand that from the point of view of the understanding of that process which is involved.